Second game on Saturday is the Sharks taking on the Roosters. Let's have a look at the ins and outs for this one. Tracy named at fullback despite injury. We'll get a little bit deeper into that. Kennedy hamstring, part of an extended bench. Manu back after missing the South clash. That's a huge inclusion. Tupou unavailable. And Polga stays on the wing. Tupou's not a good out. They'd love to have a full-strength team, obviously. Well, not a full strength with Jared missing, but to have him back would have been a good one. What's happening with the Sharks here? Have you got any mail on Tracy and what they'll do?
There's a fair bit of fence sitting at this point in time, guys, because it's a bit of a wait and see with Connor Tracy. He's picked up a knee injury out of that win over the Raiders on Sunday. The Sharks will train probably their most vigorous session this week, tomorrow. So they want to see what Connor looks like tomorrow. And in the backdrop to that is the potential return of Will Kennedy, who's been included in the squad, who's 6 weeks post that hamstring injury he suffered at Penrith. Now, original schedule was for Kennedy to return in week 2 of the finals, but if Connor Tracy isn't fit, I understand that Will Kennedy will be fast-tracked into this Sharks lineup. Wow. So, as I said, a little bit of fence sitting at this point in time. I reckon Friday's D-Day for the Sharks.
All right, Sharks halfback Nico Hines admits last year's finals exit burned all off-season and he's ready to make amends against the Roosters on Saturday.
Yeah, I held on to that Cowboys game for a long time. Like the Rabbitohs game, we weren't really in it at all, to be honest, and that Cowboys game is something I held on to that whole off-season. Each year you should be getting better and you should be learning all the lessons that you get faced with, and if I'm sitting here and I'm not a better player for it, then probably having a joke, really. I'm not taking all those lessons seriously. I'm not taking the dropping of the Origin or the losses seriously, and yeah, so I take this job really serious, and I take all those things to heart, and I make sure that I turn all my wrongs into rights. And yeah, look, I've learned a hell of a lot this year, and this is just another year that I've gained experience in the halfback role and leading a team.
Nico Hines, absolute superstar of our game, but he still has, well, he would have some mental scars from the straight sets exit last year, and then obviously Origin, which has been much spoken about on NRL 360, and as much as you can try to ignore it, it still exists. And it doesn't exist until you prove everyone wrong, and this is his chance. It's an opportunity for him.
It is his chance, and also the Sharks have a shocking record against top 8 teams this year. And Nico, like, he's been good, but he's been nowhere near Nico of last year when he won the Dally M medal. And there's been that roller coaster season, and now I guess you just have to wait and see how he handles it. But there's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, there is.
I think we need to keep reminding ourselves he's in his only second season as a halfback, and as boom as that Dally M season was last year, that's a high bar to keep repeating.
Well, it's almost impossible to repeat that.
But he said it himself.
Yep.
He set his own bar. He set the height.
Yeah, sure. But Gordy, over time, we know that these halfbacks in the current top 8, right, that we see as premiership sides, Nathan Cleary's an 8, 9-year, 10-year halfback, Munster, Adam Reynolds. That's where Nico's got to get through experience, and it's this finals experience that will be so valuable. What he's benefited greatly from is Braden Trindle's inclusion in this Sharks lineup. It's just added a different balance to the Sharks side where it's not all on Nico Hines to kick, and that was the case, and Trindle's taking a lot of pressure off him.
How do you see him going, Braith, being the next half?
Yeah, I think he'll do well, Gordy. You kind of learn from finals and Origins and all that, and he's so level-headed and he's got such a great attitude, and he's a hard worker, and he's a good man. So I think they're all the attributes you need, really, and he's got the talent. We saw that. You said Dally M last year, he won it by a record margin, and they're finding form, they're finding confidence. It's a big challenge for him coming up against the Roosters, and as I said, there is, as a half, there's always self-doubt. Always. And I think that the thing that cruels you is hesitation. So if he doesn't play with hesitation in these finals and he really thinks that he can do a job for his team and plays with that freedom that we've seen him play the last couple of years, I think he'll do an awesome job. So I'm looking forward to watching him now.